I try again. Are you okay?
Yeah, and you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. So this afternoon you have joined me, and we're going to talk about some of your experiences, get to know you a little bit better, because you're here in the UK, in Jersey, but you have a lot of connections over in America, but not so much over here, which we were just talking about before we came live.
Yeah. And what I can tell you, first of all, unfortunately, I mean, right now while I'm doing the interview, I'm not in Jersey. I am in holiday.
Are you on holiday?
Yeah. I'm going to be back in Jersey in this Wednesday, or 5 days. In 5 days, yeah. And what I can say that Jersey, it's maybe the most haunted place in the world for me. I've been so many places, but Jersey is is crazy. Honestly, it's there. I feel that there, but even the me the same thing. It's like a big tornado of paranormal activity, and I suggest everyone to visit mostly the war tunnels. They are crazy, and I've been there actually tunnels. They have been. There was I remember there was this girl like walking through the corridor, but as supposed to be alone. There was this girl in very old clothes, and I switched on the phone. Like uh, I understood that was something happening. I was not followed at the time. Was like a year ago, and when I went to this room, um, I registered a voice asking me to turn off the phone, which was quite weird. And I do remember that this girl completely disappeared. Imagine that now you're talking to me and it just disappeared in front of the camera. It's not so funny. It's most fun. And you can say I started to work with the paranormal about 7 years ago, or a bit less, but still, there was this. I was not a believer. I didn't really believe in the paranormal. I didn't. I was interested in aliens, aliens. So, and I was hanging out with this group of paranormal investigators. They just said, when don't you come with us? The first time I was saying, no, I don't want, because I don't really want to, go in abandoned house, something in the middle of anything, because I don't think it was so legal either. But at the same time, you don't know what is gonna happen if there is some criminal. But we went in, and there was this bird without the head, and to fly around, started to, you can say, big voices, steps around. It's all my Instagram, Nick Conti Diary. It's all there. Whatever experience, even when I work normally, I have a camera, because I feel that something is there. So that's what I meant before with the spirit attachment. There is this, I think, for a bit of years, and 7 years, yes, I've been involved more with the paranormal. I started to work mostly on Instagram, and I didn't have nobody. That then I posted this video, and I started to see somebody already coming. Then they interviewed me. I don't remember the name of the newspaper, but they interviewed me, and then to get a bit followers. I remember I Patti Negri, August Adventure show, an episode Spiritual House, and I started to text Patti Negri. I told her, "Why don't you come live? I want to start Instagram." I don't know, it just came to my mind, and then I started to get followers, and then I asked Patty, "Why don't we do it again?" But I don't want to do much. I want to start asking some around with you and with others. And I was thinking, I was switching Passenger to I asked Richard L. And then I to Total, and then I found out that they know very well Father Sebastian. So I said, even Father Sebastian, why don't you come? It's all. Then I started to work with the love and that's why I have this. and I just watching some of the. There is. I mean, now there are a few people writing on the comments. Do you have anything, Karen? You have off the microphone.
Yeah, I'm here. What did you say? Sorry, I
Yeah,
lost you
do you have
then.
any particular question that you want me to that you want to ask me?
Yeah, well, a few actually. So you said you started out like 7 years ago, and that was in Italy. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So what were you doing and where are you going over in Italy at the time? Because you were only because I read about you, and obviously you're still quite young now. No offense. So how old were you when you actually started out?
I think I was 14 years, 15. Now I'm 21. Even if I look like a kid, but I'm one. And as I said, there was this abandoned house and this poltergeist, and everyone was dreaming of this soldier coming out. And after a few years, like 5 years later, I found out that it was a battlefield. And the thing is, I started to see a lot of things, mostly when I moved out to Maldives, okay? I was doing this investigation in Poltergeist and stuff. It was not a job. And then I moved to the Maldives to work a couple of years, and then I moved back to Italy. After 2 days, they called me in Jersey. I went to Jersey. And during my off day, I was going to these museums, like I mentioned before, the War Tunnels experience. Then I went to Gory Castle. Gory Castle is it's haunted. I feel there is this ghost. I guess a witch. She likes to switch off the candle. She switched. I registered this video. This is coming in front of me. It's big man. I don't know if, but he asked me to shut up, and then he switched a candle on, not off, on. So he's coming up, but it's not an electric candle. It's all registered. It's all recorded, and then it was quite a particular. It was very particular. You can register things switching off, but things switching on, it's even more difficult because it requires a lot of energy. There was I do remember where I work now. I cannot mention but it's this hotel. There is a big man. It's a soldier. It's me. I have things like he knocks around, he starts throwing things around, and then he starts to talk. He told me. I'm not sure what he wants, but he disappears in front of everyone. And then there is even a kid. And Karen, I do have a question because I'm receiving private messages. Can you hear me?
Oh, well, you said that, can I hear you? And then you just literally went, you froze for a second then.
Yeah, that's the thing. I know. Okay, but can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just that your screen goes now and again. I think it's probably your connection.
Yeah. Let me have a look. Let me have a look if I move. Sorry. I want to see if I
That's
move.
okay.
I'm just checking it in the meantime the comments that are coming out. What you get into watch multiple links.
Yeah, I'll get onto the questions on the comments.
Yeah. So now
So
I guess you can hear me better, correct?
yeah, I can hear you better now. You're not breaking up anymore.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
So,
I'll start putting the comments up now. Adam wants to know what's your scariest location that you've ever been to.
So Adam, thanks for the question. I usually would say the abandoned house, but at the same time, I want to say the Gory Castle. As I said, if there is a spirit that is able to switch on a fire by itself, that one for sure. It's the scariest location, Gory. It's on Jersey, UK. You can look at it. Of course, don't say that I said so, otherwise they will kill me, I think. But yeah, it's Gory Castle.
Okay. Michelle says, I'll put the comments up. She said that she loves your page.
Yeah.
Mark Kenny, he says, you claimed you were possessed from an Instagram feed from W5. Can you explain how?
Mark, I don't think I would like to answer this question. I'm sorry, Karen.
Oh, okay. What made you get into the paranormal? This is from Liz. I've watched multiple links on your social media that you connect with spirit. When did you start to gain this connection?
I started to get this connection when I started to work few months ago at Richard L. Yard. Richard L. is a very strong sorcerer. He starts to he's haunted himself, and he owns this. We didn't work on it really. Now he has, for example, a mirror. He's teaching me how to use elements, and he has got this mirror. It's quite haunted, and for example, the electricity in his house, even if we are talking, it goes out automatically, and he hears knocking around. So I think working with all these people, along with these people, you start to get something on, like you start earning their knowledge, we can say. But I didn't, we can say, just figure it out. It just came by itself. I just woke up and then I figured out what was happening.
Okay. Next question. Would you go to any I'll change that a little bit, Liz. Where would you like to go what location would you like to go to in the UK and why?
So thanks, Elizabeth, for that. And so what I would say, it's in UK, so in Jersey, UK, I definitely would go back to the war tunnels. And regarding UK in general, Edinburgh, the tunnels, the underground tunnels in Edinburgh.
The vaults.
Yeah, the catacombs. I guess even Ghost Adventures have been there at the beginning, but I feel there is something very strong there, even if people don't talk much about it.
Okay. Michelle says, what's your worst experience you've had?
Worst experience, it's when a spirit follows you home and starts throwing things around, and I think that one is the scariest experience. Poltergeist. Let's call it Poltergeist.
Okay. Where was that? What country you were in then?
Well, there are a couple. The first one was in Italy. The second one in Jersey, UK, and it's my workplace. As I said, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to say the name. But
that's all right.
We can say there was this shadow. It just likes to follow me, and there is this kid. She's like she showed up quite a few times during my Instagram lives as well. She just passed on my back.
Wow,
it's quite creepy. Yeah.
Tasha wants to know, is there a place you specifically want to go? So we've all got a bucket list. So we've all got that one place we all want to do. So what's yours?
Poveglia, it's in Italy. It's an island. During the plague, imagine now, I can give you a little example. Now there is this coronavirus, okay? But now they're able to cure it. I mean, they have this solution. At the time when there was the plague, the people that were in Venice, they were not able to be healed. So once you were getting the plague, your destiny was to be dead. Basically, you were going to die. But they didn't want to spread this plague. So what they were doing, they were moving these people from Venice to Poveglia. So in Poveglia, there is a very negative energy. And there is one doctor, I think he committed a suicide from the tower. So, and he's still there in that tower. The Italian government doesn't allow anyone to go in there because of what happened. And there is even the fishermen, they don't go in there because it seems like they cannot fish anything.
That's mad.
It's the governments keep it hide. They hide it, so you're not gonna get it anywhere unless you watch Ghost Adventures. Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagans has been there maybe at the beginning of his career, more or less. But like 10 years ago, they don't allow anyone from there.
Okay. Another question from Tash. She would like to know, what's your favorite piece of equipment? So what's your go-to piece of equipment that you take everywhere?
Just a digital recorder, the Sony one I like. Only the ones from Sony. All the others are good. Don't misunderstand me, but I'm a big fan of Sony. So the digital recorder, I like it more than any other thing, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, you've got to have a good voice recorder. Jackie would like to know, what do you
Jackie.
think? Oh, do you know? I take it you know, Jackie. What do you think of haunted dolls?
Haunted dolls. I think that spirit. First of all, the portal with any object, it's can be or very strong or very weak. And spirit, they do possess dolls because it's something that goes closer to a human. They have ears, they have eyes. So I feel that haunted dolls are just a portal. But even your phone is a portal, so it just more. It's a very popular thing of a ghost. You know, as I said, it's something that goes closer to a human. So the spirits like more to possess a doll rather than to possess a pillow. That's what I think of haunted dolls, but they are just a portal like any other.
Okay, that's fair enough. Dennis says he loves the stories from the island.
Yes, but just hear the stories. Don't go in there alone. I wouldn't go in there alone either.
Okay. And another question from Adam. Nick, he wants to know what's your Instagram so he can give you a follow.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. So it's Nick Onti Diary. It's Nick_Onti Diary, and there are all the lights in there. You can check on my IGTV. Whatever I do, it's proved. I do a lot of them. I do privately, but most part of them I do it in public. So I suggest to give it a watch and follow as well Patty and all the others that take part of it. Thanks.
Okay. So you mentioned Patty. So you've worked with Patty and a few of the others. You said doing different lives and things. So you have investigated.
No, I mean,
have you investigated together before, or?
No, I haven't met. I mean, we work for now only online because I didn't have the chance to go in US due to the obvious situation. But as soon they open everything, I don't say I'm gonna investigate, but for sure I'm gonna meet her and speak to her together because I want to meet her, Sebastian, Richard Lale. There's another girl that is quite interesting, and I think she's gonna grow up a lot. And her name is Lindsay. I want to meet all of them, so I hope to move to US very soon.
Okay. So when you go out doing your investigations, do you do them as private events?
No, usually I just go alone. I don't do.
You just go on your. Is that why you've got your? Is that with? You just explain to everybody about you going out on your own on your investigations and your Instagram and so on, and how all that came about, if you will, please.
So we can say that I do prefer to go alone, and if I go, unless it's for a show or anything like that, and I'm sorry if sometimes I skip questions. The thing is, I do get a lot of haters and stuff, so I'm happy for that because. But at the same time, I prefer to go by my own because there are very few people that I trust. Okay, so I prefer to work alone, just to manage things. And if I do an investigation, if I go alone, first of all, I get more evidence. Second thing is I can prove it by myself. Third thing is if I need to bring a person, I'm gonna bring a skeptic, somebody that doesn't believe at all, which is gonna bring me more evidence than any other ghost hunter. Even if it's the number one in the world, it's gonna bring me more skeptic than the number one. This is my idea. It doesn't have to be approved by everyone. But it's how after 7 years, I can tell you if I bring a normal hunter or I bring anyone else. There is a medium which is called Jackie. That medium, she's very strong. She is one of the strongest ones that I had the chance to see online. And but apart from her and the ones that I mentioned before, there are not many that I would work with.
Okay, fair enough. What other questions did I have? It's all right. Got them all here in front of me. So, like I said, you've been investigating for 7 years now. Started when you were 15. How did you start in the first place at such a young age?
No, I mean, as I said, I was just with this teenage group, and we were all teenagers. I was not a believer. They just told me, Nick, why don't you come with us? I was not believing in ghosts, and I didn't really care about it because I never thought that could become my main job, first thing. And they just told me, why don't you come here? And I just followed them. And after it started to become more and more.
Okay, cool. So, what was I going to say? I can't remember now. So, where have you once lockdown? Well, lockdown was kind of not over, but once all regulations have changed and we're able to go back out again, where would you like to go? Where's the first place on your list that you'd like to go to?
I do think it's the Bobby Makeys in US. So the Bobby Makeys, it's
yeah,
known.
We all know about Bobby Makeys.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to see all these demonic things that are happening if they're true, because I do believe that are true, but many people like to. For me, they put it too much together, and I just wanna see how it is there. And then the Washoe Club, I wanna see that, and. As I said, if I have the chance, I already spoke. Nobody's allowed to go in Poveglia, but I do have a person that can allow me to go in there. So I think Poveglia, it's a dream. It was since I started, and now there is a person that would like me to go. But as I said, it is difficult. First of all, because I cannot get groups. I don't work with groups neither. But if I have to, it's not possible right now. For now, I'm gonna be okay in Jersey, because in Jersey there is no COVID. I mean, it's finished. It never started, we can say there, and we are free to go wherever we want, respecting just 1 meter of distance. So it's gonna make easier to work in case I get a medium for a seance even. And I'm doing mostly private online events, which the first one I didn't expect, but when sold out immediately. People were collaborative a lot, and I had the chance to have Father Sebastian, Jalel, and Patty in that event, plus all other gifted people that I'm trying to bring up. A lot of them, they are getting quite a good views, and there are, for now, I guess, internet is the most haunted place that you can find.
It's the only place at the moment, really, that we can do anything, isn't it? So you said you don't work. So you solely work on your own. You don't work with teams or anything. So you worked with a medium. Is it Jackie that was on the comments? You say you worked with them before?
We can say Jake is supposed to meet her, but I didn't go to London, even because they shut everything in there, and so I never met them personally. But if there is a medium that I would like to work with, apart the popular names that you know, for sure is gonna be Jackie. You're still quite young, so where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years' time within the area of the paranormal? So I can say that there are quite a few producers on me, but the thing is, I don't work for that. I work mostly for myself. In 5 years, I'm not sure. I don't know even where I'm going to see myself after this life. So I just try to, if people like me, they will keep following me. If people hate me, they will keep hating me. So every day you get somebody and somebody goes. So it is difficult to say now. It's a very long time, but I think it can be only good. I'm very positive on this career. And I need to say thanks to Stacia Gates as well. Stacia Gates, I guess most of you know her from her production company and the Arquench. I guess a lot of people, mostly the artists, know her, and she's giving me a lot of tips of how to work in this field and using them. I suggest to check her out. She is a very positive person. She's teaching me a lot. I guess in 5 years, if she still takes me under her wing together with Patty and the others, yes, it's gonna be big. And how did you begin in Paranormal? Do you have any particular skills such as mediumship? I'm not sure about that. I cannot answer that question. I can only say that if there is energy, I'm gonna be able to feel it. But just because I'm more open to this kind of things. But I guess everyone can. It's the same. It's not a gift. It's a gift, but everyone is able to connect between the two dimensions. So I'm gonna give you a better explanation on this. Otherwise, it seems that I only give direct and short answers, which I know for the interviewer, an interviewer I'm gonna make the interviewer crazy. Just because I've seen that there were a lot of questions, so I wanted to go through all of them. Now that they slow down a bit, I'm gonna be able to give longer ones. And sorry if I skip some questions. I say there are haters there that were watching, so I just say okay, let's go. And is there anything? So
is there anything? Yeah, John. So, is there anything you have witnessed in the paranormal surprised you or shocked you?
So shocked. It's about ever that Poltergeist, of course. And once we were doing Instagram live with Richard Lell, and when he told me about this girl showing up, like knocking in his house and passing through this corridor, I said to Richard Lell, why don't we just call her and ask her to come here? And she came actually in my room. I could see this big cloud in my room next to between the window and the bed. And I switched on the recorder and I actually registered this girl's voice. So that one was quite creepy. And I was doing we can say there were two recorders, okay? Mine and the other was from Lindsay. And when I told her, let's switch on the recorder together and register, we heard a gunshot exactly when I told to the spirits how he died, and I registered actually a gunshot, but she didn't register. So it's like if this spirit was managing only my device, which was quite particular, honestly. Always stay true to yourself and your beliefs. You won't go wrong. Yeah, I think I'm doing everything true. There are people that don't believe me, and what I answer is just don't believe. I'm not gonna force anyone. If they say that I'm false, I'm going to say thanks. I'm gonna try to improve what I do, but I can until a certain point. Of course, I'm gonna keep true. Thanks a lot, Tesh. I hope that you're gonna believe, mostly because whatever I do, I post it on my Instagram. And I'm very open to the comments, and I do respect the non-believers because, as I said before, I was not a believer at all. So I respect their ideas.
Okay. Next question. How's life now you are famous? Have you traveled far, and why with your investigations since then?
No, I am not famous. Thanks. We can say just.
Well, you're Instagram famous. You've got a lot of followers on there, haven't you?
Yeah, but I'm just followed. Like we can see that I am differently unknown. I call myself. I do think that I'm not an expert. I'm not famous. If I've traveled for investigation since then, honestly, when I was followed by one person or after 15 or 14 over 1,000, I ever kept my same thing. I mean, I do have an idea of how I want to work. You're gonna see a lot of ghost hunters, like even the new debut that you've seen, Ghost Hunter song with Grant Wilson. You're gonna see a lot of them. I'm trying mostly to learn from online, obviously right now, because as you know, most part of the world is still shut and the lockdown is starting a lot again in a lot of countries. I prefer to study a lot of mediumship. So if you mean go far, yes, but with the body, with the mind, not with the body. And investigations, I hope to visit Australia and mostly US, because US it's they say everywhere it's haunted. I want to find out if it's true.
See now if you chat to any of the Americans, they say a lot of them want to come over here to the UK because they say that we've got a lot of haunted places over here.
And it's true.
So it's funny because like someone from the UK, we all say we want to go over there, but they all say they want to come over here for the same reasons.
You know what I think about UK? The thing is, it even depends how much you're open to something. Okay, so if you want to investigate, you need to be very open to what is gonna happen. And Americans are very open. I've seen people from UK. I love English people. I love my followers, but I don't really like sometimes to work. They are not open like Americans, so I guess it's a matter of culture. Okay, for example, publisher that I wouldn't work with in a program, I guess it's Italians. I guess are the Italians. Italians are not open at all to this word. English people, they are open, but until a certain point. I mean, they're not gonna risk. There is that little spark that Americans have and any other in the world have. So I think if you bring an American in UK, it's gonna work better, because if you think if you watch all the TV shows that come from, they are mostly from America, and there is a group that I really like, and I hope to work with them. His name is Lee. He's an amazing ghost hunter. He works for his group. His name is UK Ghost Investigation. That group, it's true. I really like him. Like I like Southeast Jackie. They are all very strong. Lee's a ghost hunter, but he's a very strong medium as well. He's very open to the paranormal. So I think if he goes, for example, to US, it's gonna be a big one, a very big one. I really like him. I'm a big fan of myself of other ghost hunters. I don't care if they have got a big following or not. I prefer to watch even if they do one picture or one video. And I think a lot of ghost hunters get a lot of evidence, but now it's getting like a lot of people are coming to work in this field, and it's not before was more private. Okay, so that's why I like to work a lot with the crew of Grant Wilson. Grant is one of the pioneers of this field, and I guess they are very true. And I do like to work with people from Ghost Adventures, mostly the mediums I've met until now, and they are all very strong. So I hope to go to US and bring these English people that I've met to the US. I guess it's gonna be crazy.
Okay, so over here in the UK, obviously we've got a lot of TV shows and things. So is there anyone here in the UK, investigator-wise, from any of the TV shows over here? Because obviously you've mentioned Ghost Adventures and people from over America. Is there any of the TV shows over here and any investigators on any of those shows in this country you'd like to meet and work with?
Just Lee. He's, as I said, he's not famous yet, but I think he can be a very good one. And Lee and Jackie, that medium, and there are a couple more. I used to talk a lot with West London Paranormal. He was a very good one, Mark, and he is a very good one actually. And there is another. I guess his name is Rich Austin. He's a good one. I've seen his Instagram quite a few times, and but no, they're not in TV shows. I mean, I follow them on YouTube, so they're not on TV. But I watch more YouTube than TV. So for me, YouTube is my TV.
Okay, so you don't really watch a lot of the UK TV shows, then? I take it from that. You more watch like you watch a lot of YouTube in so on rather than investigations on the TV.
Correct. I mean, on TV, I just watch Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters, and I watch The House in Between. I had the chance to talk with John Boyard. He's in The House in Between with Steve Goncalves. And for 6 months, even during the lockdown, I was working like 19 hours a day. And that one was the time where I got followed. I was not followed until before the lockdown. I was not. So it all came together. So I will watch some shows. I just need to get rid of my free time. I need to find some free time sometimes.
So John's asked, so in the US, what draws you the most? What draws you over there the most?
So there was I don't remember the name. It's a plantation. Even Bloody Mary has been there, and for sure there is one which is the Haunted Museum. The Haunted Museum, the one that owns Zach Bagans. I really want to go there and see Annabelle. I'm a fan of. I'm scared of dolls, obviously, but I'm a big fan of the spirits that are inside, and I guess the Haunted Museums, and then as I mentioned before, the Washer Club, the Bobby Makeys, and then that house that I mentioned before. I guess you've seen the house in between. Is the documentary was produced by Steve Goncalves, and that one, that house, is like. As it says the name, there are like 2 dimensions that match in that house. It's crazy, and there is a lot of poltergeist activity, things. The doors are closing by itself, so that one would be my first very place, my very first place. And
okay, next question: worst experience in Italy?
I got in, and worst experience, as I mentioned before, just the poltergeist and the spirit attachment. But Italy,
When you say poltergeist, so what is your definition of a poltergeist?
everything. I mean, there are different ones. For me, if I see something, a spirit that is able to fly things, is gonna be able to throw me things, is gonna be able to throw me a rock. That one, I have a video where a spirit just throws me a rock. You can see this rock just lifting from the floor and then throw to me, and footsteps coming from nowhere. There is this empty corridor. It's in the video, and there is this empty corridor, and the spirit coming from there. It is crazy.
Okay.
And it was quite scary because all of us did the same dream. So we were all dreaming this story of a soldier and this girl together, and so it was like controlling our minds, which is incredible in terms of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So John says we have a great medium, Jolene Jackson Lockwood, who we'd love to see you work with, or Andy Moore. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any suggestion to people that are in UK until now? I would be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have a very big luck with the people that I've met. First of all, as I say, I'm a very difficult person that I trust a very little bunch of people. And if there is this one that is good, first of all, I want to see if she's true. I believe that this is true. I want to talk with her. If there is any way, just send me again the name because I'm gonna forget his name. Just send me back later, and on my private chat or on Instagram even easier because I read out the messages there. And Nick Conti Diary, just text me and send me the profile. I'm gonna love to. I would love to work with her.
Okay. Well, actually, Jolene and Andy are actually part of our team.
She's part of your team?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see her then. You can send me. Thanks, John.
Yeah, John's also part of our team too, as well as another one. So
she's privately owned by Peggy Dolly on her own at the museum in Vegas, did you? Yeah, well, the Haunted Museum has got all these things, but it's fine. Annabelle isn't actually there. Well,
yeah,
whatever.
because we just had Chris McKinnell on a couple of hours ago, so that's always a question he always gets asked about the Annabelle Doll and so on, about is the real one at Zach's museum or not. So that's why we brought that up. Okay, so Nigel wants to know, have you ever suffered any physical attacks whilst investigating?
Whilst investigating, no. So I was investigating, no. Honestly, no. Even if I did experience some weird emotions, no, I wouldn't call them attack. I did experience there is this one of the prior tenants in the house, which makes me sick. He's just a big shadow just next to my bed, and quite a few mediums came to check already. And this big shadow is able to make me sick. He's able to control my dreams. He's able to drive. Everyone crazy, whoever comes is able to. You can hear him talking. You can hear him walking in the corridor, and you can hear his voice. I did register him a lot of times. I registered him, and he was even able to show me the gunshot where maybe he did a suicide. Nobody told me anything. Honestly, I'm not gonna ask the owner if somebody died there because he's gonna ask me how do you know that.
Okay, so we don't hear much about the paranormal in Italy here, and I'm not sure why that is. But what place would you recommend visiting if we have the chance to go over there?
So in Italy, first of all, as I say, just for what I suggest. The thing is, in Italy, nobody's open to that, and they are gonna ask you 5 times the money that they ask in any other place, and they don't believe in it. So you don't hear about it because nobody's gonna be like looking for success here, and so that's why I'm working mostly with Jersey and America. In Italy, Italians are not so open to the paranormal world, and I think it's too much a Christian country, so it goes against their religion. I mean, in the other countries, it's more, it's a very big mix of religions. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna be able to see more people that are open. For example, I was talking to one of my colleagues. He's an Indian. He's very open to the spirit world. So if you talk with Indians, for example, nobody knows about the paranormal in India. But to tell you, paranormal in India is something that needs to be discovered. So Italy, just because they're not open. That's my answer.
Okay. Will says, I made it, Nick. Yeah,
I will. Glad you
it's
came.
okay.
Yeah.
He was messaging me because he couldn't find the link. So he's just been messaging me. So I was trying to send him the link and talk to you at the same time.
Yeah, Will is great. He's one of my biggest followers. He's very active. We were talking. He wrote me, "Where is it?" But obviously I couldn't really put down the message. Otherwise, I would have put out the live. I would have gone out.
No, that's okay. So Dennis wants to know. Oh, it won't come up. What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show it's Haunted on Netflix, but I did work with one of them. She's called the Paranormal Princess. She is one of the people in that show, and
where are they based?
no, they are all over the world. One day they are in one part, the other day they are in the other part. They're just going to interview different stories of everyone. It's not so much followed, but of course, Ghost Adventures, the Ghost Hunters, and the House in Between, but they are the most popular ones. If I go on the less popular ones, Haunted is definitely my favorite show.
Okay. Can you recommend any other shows on Netflix? Do you watch any others on there at all? Because you've got quite a lot on Netflix and you've got a lot on Amazon Prime as well. And you just never know who to follow.
Well, no, on Netflix, mostly I follow Haunted, and I don't watch a lot of TV. But on Amazon Prime, as I said, the House in Between. Whoever owns Amazon Prime, I suggest you to watch the House in Between. It's gonna change completely your mind of the paranormal. A lot of people told me that I'm fake, but when you see the same things that I say on TV, in that case, you're gonna believe what I say. I tell you one thing: the House in Between gave me an idea of how to work with the paranormal. I did an event where I let this spirit travel from one part to the other of the world, and a lot of people experienced the same thing. They were able to read their head. They all heard the same voice at the same time. People were in Italy, people were in Spain, were people in UK and US. Okay, but all together they heard the same voice at the same time and was not coming from the screen because I did check the registration. It's not coming from the screen. So the House in Between is definitely something that is gonna change your mind.
Okay. Another question for you. In your opinion, why do spirits attack?
Spirit attack because I think in the moment that spirit attacks, it means the ghost hunter is not doing properly his job. Because how can you be called a ghost hunter if you're gonna be hunt? I mean, if the other, so is the other the hunter? Okay, so you know what I mean. I do think that the ghost hunter needs to be in control of what he's doing. The medium needs to be in control of what she's doing or he's doing. The spirit is gonna attack when you don't respect him. I tell you one little thing. We were doing a live. I did have 250 people watching, so I had to do a show. And I asked the spirit if he wanted to show up again. I have the video on my Instagram. He answered clearly no. He didn't want to show up. So I just interrupted it. That's it. If I would have continued, he would have attacked me. But in that case, I'm going to say he's a bad spirit. No, he's not a bad spirit, just misrespect. So I do believe that they attack because now they are used more as an attraction rather than a spirit.
So what's your style of investigating? Like you said, you like to use EVP and voice recorders. Listen, what else sort of kit do you use when you go out investigate, apart from your camera, obviously, because obviously you record?
My body. That's my big instrument. So, the first thing when you watch any TV show, they're gonna say they will start all with one thing: I feel or I felt. So they all start with this feeling. So it means they are not mediums because they don't call themselves like that. But I do believe that if you use your body, you're gonna be able to experience and to understand what is gonna happen. So I give you a little tip. You have a spirit inside you, okay? Karen, even you have a spirit inside you. So the spirit is not gonna talk through your body. It's gonna talk through your spirit. Are you familiar with astral projection? I'm not sure how you call it in English. So have you never heard of stories of people watching themselves out from a coma? Okay, so there are people that are able to control this astral projection. I cannot say their names, but they are a community. There are vampires. There is the vampire community. There are a lot of communities, but these people, they are able to control their spirits. So the spirits, they're gonna use your body. They're gonna be able to talk between the two spirits, so the one inside me and the one outside. Yeah, for me, this one, it's a matter of understanding. It's going to take a lot of time to learn it, of course. There are no experts in this field. None of the celebrities that I work with they would call themselves celebrities, first of all, and they wouldn't call themselves neither experts. So, because every day there is something to learn. And that's why I'm doing this online events, calling people from TV, because I want to understand what's on the backstage. Because a lot of people like to say, this one is good, this one is fake, that one is real. Okay, let's put like a barrier between it and go to ask directly that person what he's experiencing, and ask how she's gonna bring the thing to show you that it's actually happening. That's my answer sometimes. So let's go ahead. Let's see.
Okay. Will said Third Eye Paranormal on YouTube are good. Because I was asking about, Will said that Third Eye Paranormal on YouTube are good.
Yeah, Lindsay, she's an amazing one. Lindsay, as I said, she's not followed like she deserves. She should be more followed, and I think she's gonna grow up a lot. I'm a big fan of Lindsay. I do work a lot with her, and I'm a big fan of the Haunted Side. I did interview Patrick already, and I spoke to him. I'm gonna bring him back. So Third Eye Paranormal and Haunted Side, I do suggest them. They are on YouTube, both. You can watch them. They are true. Whatever they do, it's true. Trust me. And they help each other, so we support all each other.
Okay. Another question for you that I missed. I'm just going to go back. Have you ever worked with Zach Baggins? And what's your opinion of him?
So I will be honest with you. I had the chance. There are the emails which I can contact to. I wanted to contact Aaron. I want to contact everyone. But I don't work a lot with ghost hunters. I work mostly with mediums. So I am a big fan of Zach. He's the best ghost hunter for me in the field. He's the best on TV. He's one of the pioneers of this, and he's bringing the paranormal to a very high level of activity. But I do work with mediums mostly. So for now, who I really would like to call now, it's Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, it's I was telling Karen, a big fan of Bloody Mary. If I would have
I really like her.
Yeah,
She's
I would like to talk to Zach.
interesting lady.
Yeah, and a big fan. I really would like to talk with Nick Groff, and I had the chance to talk people with the cast of Vikings during this week. But as I said, I am doing more. I want to, instead of to get the money. Of course, if I bring somebody like Nick Groff, Zach, I'm gonna get a lot of money. But it doesn't work like that. I want to teach people what is it really a paranormal, how to do mess with it, how like a little lesson, you know what I mean, Karen. So I think Patty, Richelle, Sebastian, Lindsay, as I say, she will find out her gift. She's very gifted. And let me
I
see.
want to get some of these questions. We're running out of time. Nigel, so Italy is renowned for more demonic entities than any other country because of the Vatican and the faith, etc., etc. Do you believe this is a true fact, or is it a fallacy?
Yeah, no, it is true. It's full of demonic possessions and stuff. But the thing is, people, as I said, they're not so open. So they just go inside. They are good to open a portal, but they're not good. They are not good at closing it. So I Nick, just wondering if you have any further events coming up with Patty or Rachel. The last one was brilliant. Thanks a lot, Michelle. Yes, I am working on something, and I am gonna announce to everyone. I'm trying to work on bringing some very special guests, some very, very special guests. I just need to find out who is gonna come. And if I'm not able to bring them, which even if I don't believe, I'm very positive on that, I'm gonna do one further event on this month. Nola, what does it mean, Nola?
I don't know. I'll get back to that one. Have you ever seen the UK's Most Haunted programme?
No, they mentioned to me yesterday. They told me I will watch it. I just didn't have the time. I didn't know it because I watched mostly streaming.
There are some really good shows out there. There's like House of Haunted is a really good show. That's had 2 series, so you have to do a back to back and have a sit in for the day to watch that.
I will. I just send me all the names because I will watch them.
Okay, I'll say. Okay, we're sending them to you. We'll put them on and we'll send them to you. Adam wants to know: would you work with Yvette Field? Well, you probably don't know. Do you know who Yvette Fielding is?
Oh.
No. Okay, she's from the Most Haunted. It's a show here in the UK, so that's why he's asking because of the previous question about the Most Haunted. But no, Adam, he's not seen Most Haunted, so no, he doesn't know who you're talking about, unfortunately.
So if you have, just send me the names. I'm gonna try to get hold of all of them. As I said, I don't think it's gonna be so difficult to get hold of everyone because whoever works in the paranormal is so humble. Everyone is so humble, and that's what I love mostly of working with them. So I'm gonna try to get hold of her. Just taking a screenshot of this. Okay, I just took a screenshot. At least I saved the name. That's good.
Okay, right. That's all our questions, Nick. I think you've basically asked pretty much all my questions. So I'm just going to say thank you for joining me today. I do appreciate it, and thanks for taking part. We will, if you drop your link in the comments for your Instagram page, so people can find it if they want to check you out and watch some of your videos. You're also on Twitter as well, aren't you? So we can.
Yeah, I
don't really use that so much.
I just use Instagram because Twitter is so difficult for me. I try to click on it. I don't understand how it really works. I'm a disaster with it. Okay. I've sent so many links to private people. I think when I opened the chats, they were all so angry, but I didn't want to do it. So I'm not using it for that.
That's all right. So yeah, if you could drop your link for your Instagram page in the comments so people can go along there and check you out. Nigel says, thanks, Nick. Great interview.
Thanks, Nigel.
So yeah, thank you for joining us today. We do appreciate it. Drop any links or anything you've got in the comments. Guys, Nick needs our education with our UK TV shows. So if you drop in the comments the shows that we've been talking about and who people are, so then he can find them. Is that okay with you, Nick?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'm gonna check the comments. You can text me privately. I usually get back everyone within the 48 hours. I get back to everyone. I promise. I will get back to everyone. But if you want to show me something, tag me in your stories. Just put my name, even if the others don't see it. Just put the little name, because it's gonna show on my notification part that somebody's mentioned me, so it's gonna be easier to get hold of me.
Okay.
So thanks a lot, everyone. I'm just checking all the comments.
Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Thanks a lot to everyone, because I guess I wouldn't be Nick Untitled, just a character that I created. I'm very happy of all the people that they show me every day, like they really like what I do, and I do like it. I'm a fan of that character, because the real me, I'm not so creepy and crazy like that one. Like Anna Montana. So, something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks to everyone. Otherwise, I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be neither here.
Okay, they've already started putting the comments in for people for you to look up. Right, thanks, Nick. And we'll say goodbye for now. Join me in about 5 minutes when I will be interviewing Goth Angel Productions. And I'll say goodbye for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Oh.